Hello everybody, it's Foxy speaking, and welcome to another episode of Foxy's Fun Inspirational Chats. And today I will be your host. And in this episode, this is an episode about a young boy who had a rather interesting story to share. He'd spent Christmas seeing his family in Australia along with his parents, who took him to Australia to see some of his extended family. And they'd just come home from school after Christmas to share with them, the whole class, about what the Christmas holiday seasonal period was like and what interesting things happened and all that. Well, here was the story he had to share. "Okay, yeah, Richard," said the teacher, "would you like to share with your classroom how your holiday went?" Young Richard, who was the little boy, stood up from his desk and stood beside everybody in his classroom. Standing in front, looking towards everybody directly, and he was just about now share his story. "Okay, everybody," Richard said. For Christmas, I went to Australia with my family for a week. It was fun, but very, very hot." One of his classmates raised their hand and said, "Yes, Tony," he said. The little boy who raised his hand, Tony, who then put his hand down and said, "How hot was Australia?" he asked. "Australia, Tony," Richard said, and everybody listening, "was very, very hot. Most of the time I went into a swimming pool, and the temperature of the swimming pool was minus 35 degrees, which meant the outdoor swimming pool was freezing. Although it was freezing, it helped me to cool off in such 35-40 degree heat." The classroom gasped in amazement over the difference in temperatures between the weather temperature and the outdoor swimming pool temperature. "Really?" the teacher said. "Was it really that hot?" the teacher asked Richard. "Australia was very, very hot, 35-40 degrees, very, very hot for the summer. Everybody has said to me Australia's hot," Richard said, replying to the teacher, "but the swimming pool was absolutely freezing cold. But it helped me and my family cool off whenever we needed to. We even had to wear these hats if we were going out into town in Australia because of how hot and strong the sun is there in the summer months." Everybody, including all the classmates and the teacher, were astounded yet amazed by listening to what young Richard had to share. "Oh yes, probably one of the hottest summers I've ever experienced. Everybody here in England, our hometown, has experienced hot summers, but I've never experienced a hot summer anything like it as I've just experienced in Australia." Everybody in his class could understand what Richard meant and understand that they'd never been to a country that's more hot in the summer than Australia. So another one of the classmates raised his hand. "Yes, Margaret." "Well, Richard," Margaret said, who was the little girl who raised her hand as she put her hand down, talking. "So you could say your Christmas holiday in a summer month country was you went to a hot country but also had a freezing cold swimming pool. So hot country and freezing and cold swimming pool." "I would say that's about right," Richard said, responding to Margaret's question. "Yes, hot country, very cold swimming pool. Oh yes, yes, indeed so. The pool was so cold, I was an iceberg. I was literally an iceberg 5 minutes into the swimming pool. I cooled off that quickly, Richard said, giving evidence of his experience in the summer in Australia as compared to a cold wintry England. Soon Richard had finished his story, and his classmates all gave him a round of applause and clapped their hands. Even the teacher clapped her hands as well. "Well done, Richard," said the teacher. "Please go back to your desk, and now we're going to ask another one of you in this class to share your Christmas stories." Richard felt happy. He was a reasonably intelligent boy, but felt even more clever after sharing his experience of going to Australia in the summer months. And Richard certainly couldn't have been one young boy with quite an experience with such hot heat and cold temperatures, with such hot and cold temperatures in his life. The end. Well then, thanks everybody indeed for watching this video. Please let me know what your thoughts are in the comments down below. Thanks everybody indeed for watching, and I shall certainly see you in the very next video. Ta-ta, another time. From Foxy. Oh.